hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit that like, comment, and share button.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, you are now tuned into the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful city and state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, share button. And as always, I don't have a lot of time, and I definitely know you guys and girls don't have a lot of time, so we're going to jump straight into it. Hey, how you doing there, Miss Giovanna? Miss Giovanna says, hey, how you doing there, Miss Giovanna? Thank you for tuning in. Now, yesterday I hit on this episode. I was talking about, I think it was the Federal Reserve came out and raised interest rates by 0.75, and I made another episode yesterday. I was kind of on a roll, and I hit the topic of foreclosures, like looking at what's going to start to happen. Right now, we just hit our second quarter of a declining GDP, which is textbook of a recession, even though they're now trying to change the definition of a recession, but that's for another episode. But what are some of the things you're going to see starting to happen as we go into a recessionary period? As interest rates are going up, declining GDP, inflation, things like that. I think next you're going to start to see unemployment. Unemployment is at a historical low of 3.6%. But as you pay attention, look at what Shopify said. Apple, all these Fortune 500 companies talk about laying people off, right? Laying people off, doing hiring freezes. So I think that unemployment numbers will start to slowly trickle up. As these unemployment numbers go up, there's a lot of people who overextended themselves to get in certain houses. I know plenty of people who overbidded for houses by 10, 15, 20, $30,000, and they cleaned out their savings because they overbid it. For a prime example, let's say if a house is on the market for $220,000, you put in a bid for $250 because you have a hard time getting the house. The house go in appraise for $230. You the bank is saying, hey, we'll appraise this house at 230. You got to bid in for 250. You have to come up with the other $20,000. So people are cleaning out their savings just for overbidding. Now that they're overbidded, guess what is happening? They still had to move into the house, expenses. So people did a lot to get in houses, and mortgage prices are high because people overextended themselves. So, for prime example, I always tell people in my neighborhood, a house costs $600,000 to $700,000, and the interest rate is at 5 to 6%, meaning that your mortgage is going to be about $4,000. So, what you think is going to happen when layoffs and hiring freezes and unemployment starts to go up? All those houses you saw flying off the market that people was overbidding for, I think they're going to be coming back on the market in the way of foreclosure. But let's get into the topic. 5 ways to find foreclosed properties. So right here, the first one I have is looking on banks, looking at for banks. You know, one of the largest banks in the world, Bank of America, at least in America it is, looking at bank websites and looking at their foreclosures. So when you start to look at this, I have it pulled up right here. This is just Bank of America. You can just Google the word Bank of America for foreclosure listing right here. They have it broken down by states. You can have Arkansas, Colorado, Florida, Hawaii. You could go in, click on the state, find a state, and then look at banks. And guess what? Banks are the ones who fund these who funded these people to go and be able to buy their houses, right? All those slick real estate agents and loan officers that told you to do all these certain things to clear out your 401k so you can get into this house, uh, borrow money, do this on your credit card, all these little backer ways just to get people into these houses that people barely can afford. What you think is going to happen when their hours get cut at their job or they get laid off or whatever the case may be? Those houses are going to be back on the market, right? So right here, you can search by looking up Bank of America foreclosures, Wells Fargo foreclosures, any bank, your local bank, such and such credit union foreclosures, and boom, they'll start listing up foreclosures, right? So that's one way you can do it. The next way, number two, is looking up government websites. A lot of people got into their homes thanks to the government, right? Shout out to the government. But I'm going to show y'all. Give me 1 second as I pull the screen up. But what I did was I went to HUD, right? Where they at? I went to HUD, right? I went to HUD.gov, was the website, and I just searched the word foreclosures, right? Here you go. Weekly listing of multifamily properties, assets, healthcare loans for sale. They got Kansas City Homes here. Informational contact is 10 units. Minimum price is unstated. The sale date came on sale for July 21st. Don't worry about it. There's going to be more of them listing up there, right? This is FHA foreclosures and HUD owned properties for sale. So here's another spot. HUD. I discovered it myself. You can get on the mailing list. Go to HUD.gov, search for foreclosure listings, right? So I went to HUD multifamily listings for properties for sale. So right here, foreclosed properties, 10 units. They got the name of the people. You might better call them and strike a deal. Who knows? So that's way number two. Checking government website. Also look at Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Those people, foreclosure sales is another way. Now I'm going to pull up the next one. The next one is you got to look in your local government. I'm going to pull up where I live locally, Arapahoe County. Now give me 1 second as I pull this up. Arapahoe County. Search here to Arapahoe County. Where we at? No, that's not the one I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted right here. So this is Arapahoe County pre-sale foreclosure list. This came out yesterday, July 27th. They have a foreclosure listing every Wednesday. On Monday, they listed things that's up for foreclosure. Wednesday, you could come in and do an auction. And the company, the person who owes has 8 days in order to get the foreclosure back. They only had 2 properties in my local county. You can find this by going to type in whatever county you live in and type in tax assessor. Whatever county you live in, Burke County, put in tax assessor. Shout out to Burke County, my home county. Also, Arapahoe County tax assessor. You go to the tax assessor's website, you're going to search for foreclosure listings. Right here, they have 2 of them. They have the grantor. And here's the thing, right? Look at this property right here. Let's look at this property right here, right? It says the street address. It gives me the street address, the legal description, and then it's telling me when it was publicized. The debt, they owe $266,000 in debt, right? And look what I did. I said, you know what? Let me do a little search of this property. Look at this property. It has 23448 East Blairwood Place, Aurora, Colorado 80016. Put that into your little Google machine. Right now, they say that the lend bid amount is $266,000, a little bit over $250,000. You do a little Google search, and you will see this property on Zillow is worth $600 something thousand, right? So right here, you can see why somebody would be motivated to go in and pay the $250,000. The thing about it, when you're dealing with foreclosures, you got to come in with cash. Because what I always tell y'all in the down economy, cash is king, right? That is right. Number 3, cash is king. They want you to come in with cash. In most cases, most instances, if you're going to start bidding or come in with a hard check to be able to lend that money, right? Number 3, you can pay different websites out there. You have websites that you can pay for that will just send you foreclosures, tell you foreclosures that come to you. You can pay for it. I just showed you 3 free ways, but you can pay for one as well. Number 4, hook up with your local real estate agents. Find a local real estate agent. You know somebody that's a real estate agent. Look up with them, hook up with them, get to know them. Tell them, hey, have you got some foreclosures that come up on land or houses? Can you send them to me, right? And they'll be motivated because they're going to get a piece of you buying as well. So let's go with those 5 ways I just told you. Number 1, search those bank websites. I just pulled up Bank of America foreclosure listing across the country. Number 2, go to the government website. Freddie Mac, HUD, Freddie Mac, what's the other one? Sally Mae, Freddie, whatever their names are. The government website that gives out loans. Look at them. Look up their website. We just did that too. I'll just pull that one up on hub.gov. Another one, look at your local assessor. If you live in Arapahoe County, type in Arapahoe County tax assessor, go to their page, the tax assessor page, and look up foreclosure listings. Right now it's very low, but I think it's going to grow. Another one is you can pay these different websites to send you foreclosures. I don't know a good one. I never really used them myself. Number 5, hook up with a real estate agent and ask them to feed you some of these foreclosures that are going on. All right. So that's 3 free ways, 2 ways one way that you can pay, and another way by networking, by hooking up with a real estate agent, that you can find foreclosed properties online and in your local community. But if you haven't done so already, you already know, go down, check out that Contribute app. Make sure if you donate, please donate to that app. I'm being matched dollar for dollar to get the Wesley Learns Children's Financial Literacy book series about investing, credit, and insurance into the hands of every kid in America. Every dollar you donate, it will be matched as well to get books into the kids' hands across the country. If you love that book series, Wesley Learns, and you have them all, This is a way to help get them into more kids' hands for free across the country. So donate. Shout out to Contribute app, who has a matching program on there. Go there, donate to that. And as always, until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy you see me doing around the globe, y'all know my name is Prince Dykes. Peace. Be safe. I'm out. Thank you.